I know we're in front of the court today. We can't remember that we're also in front of this beautiful building over here, the Capitol. All right, we're going to go on to our next speaker. Right now, it's my pleasure to bring to the stage Liz Mayer. Liz is a Republican strategist and former RNC Online Communications Director. Thank you so much for coming out to join us, Liz. Come on up.
Well, hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm losing my remarks here. Thank you. It's windy. It is. Let me get my BlackBerry and I'll put that on there. Thanks. Well, I'm Liz Mayer, and I'm a Republican. I'm also a supporter of the freedom to marry, and that's why I'm here today. But at my core, I'm really a libertarian. And that means that I believe in freedom. I believe that all Americans have an unalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that means that I believe that same-sex couples should be able to marry, and just as importantly, have those marriages recognized by their government. Since it's been shown the government isn't going to get out of the business of marriage and so much else, that's really the only position that I can take. And there are, happily, a lot of Republicans who share my views. Over 130 prominent Republicans signed an amicus brief in favor of overturning Proposition 8. Countless Republicans believe the Defense of Marriage Act, DOMA, to be unconstitutional. I am one. Senator Rob Portman supports the freedom to marry. Representatives Ileana Ros-Lehtinen and Richard Hanna support the freedom to marry. A majority of Republicans and Republican-leading independents in this country also support the freedom to marry. But at the end of the day, this isn't about personalities or polling, even though that polling will be highly relevant with ongoing efforts to ensure the freedom to marry in Minnesota, Illinois, Rhode Island, and Delaware. This is really about principle. This is about liberty. This is about freedom. And thank you so much for being here today. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
A little bit louder now. All right, thank you. Our next speaker is the Executive Director of OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates. Show Tom Hayashi some love. Bring it on, Tom.
Good morning. Good morning, friends. I'm really enjoying the windy weather today. It fires me up to know that wind of change is upon us. So let's get fired up together. Say with me, forward. 3 times round. 1, 2, 3, forward. 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 I can't help it if I'm really good at math, being the Asian that I am, but trying to break the stereotype here. My name is Tom Hayashi, Executive Director of OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, a membership-driven civil rights organization founded in 1973 to advance equity and equality for all Asian Pacific Americans and all Americans. Our network of over 100 chapters and affiliates across the country strongly affirms the civil rights of all people to enjoy the benefits of partnership, family, and equal treatment for people just like me. Yes, this issue is indeed deeply personal. As an openly gay man, I am like millions of long-suffering, tax-paying citizens who are barred from legal protection and social affirmation that is afforded by the institution of marriage. As a former Californian and my partner who still is one himself, today we are still denied our civil rights in our own home state. Now, the outcome of the 2 seminal cases before the highest court in our land will not only determine who gets to marry or not, and whether benefits for certain couples should be extended or protected under the law or not. And yesterday, Justice Alito, during an oral argument, questioned the legal and moral validity of same-sex marriage because it is newer than cell phones and internet. Well, friends, no one is banning iPads, hybrid cars, life-saving vaccines, or robotic surgery. I would have expected much stronger arguments against marriage rights for LGBT people. And we will not stand for such lame arguments. The decisions that will be handed down simply but significantly will either continue to take us down the path of bigotry in this country or take us to higher grounds towards what our forefathers called a more perfect union. There are over 1,138 benefits, rights, and protections provided on the basis of marital status in federal law that myself or my partner, as well as millions of folks like us, cannot access or is not recognized by the courts of our government. Friends, we have a serious problem in this country called bigotry. And the only cure for this disease is the healing power of the Constitution of the United States. Conscious and compassionate Asian Pacific Americans are allies to this cause because we have faced and continue to face steep discrimination that the queer community faces, like laws that denies family reunification due to racist immigration policies, prohibited mixed-race couples from marrying at one point in our history, or discrimination in the workplace, and of course hate crimes that has resulted in physical harm, including death, just for the fact that we are who we are. Having been born Asian Pacific Islanders and OCA members wish to see family members, friends, and colleagues have the same rights as we do. The greatness of our country rests in our resolve and ability to advance the interests of all Americans and aspiring Americans, irrespective of race, gender, ability, religion, or sexual orientation. The American spring is upon us, and I could not be more pleased to see red all around us, here and across the country. Say it with me 3 more times. Forward! 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 Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now it gives me a great pleasure to bring up minister. By the way, I know we haven't talked about this, but did everyone know that I'm actually an ordained minister? Okay, we can talk about that on the next program. But it gives me pleasure to bring up another minister, Leslie Malachi, who is the director of the African American Religious Affairs for People for the American Way. And aren't we glad for People for? All right.
Good morning. Good morning. I greet you as one who is humbled to stand before you on this day that will be like no other. A day that we celebrate. A day that I say be glad in it and keep standing for and with hope. Why do I say hope? Because as the director of the African American Religious Affairs Program of People for the American Way, hope tells us that the Defense of Marriage Act will not stand, but like Goliath, it will fall. Hope says that same-gender couples in committed relationships will be recognized and will receive the 1,100-plus benefits now denied by the federal government. Hope defends what is right. It unites people and families. Hope stands for us, stands with us. Hope is the American way. Why am I saying why hope? As an organizer and an ally since 1996, hope kept us waiting for this historic day. Hope gave us a process and a lesson to never take lightly judicial nominations. It said to make sure that as a core value, voter registration and voter mobilization happens. And it rejoices in the victories of 2012, where we had the proclamation from the highest office holder of this country, President Barack Obama, to the 4 state victories, now giving us 9 pro-marriage equality states. Hope says that our work has not ended, but it's just begun. Hope isn't just about strengthening those of us who have always been in marriage equality, believed in marriage equality. It brought others to reconsider their opposition and to join us on the side of justice. Hope is why we have so many other new and welcomed allies for equality. Why hope as a Christian? During this Holy Week, from my sacred text, it says, hope that is seen is not hope at all. So you have had in your hands, in your heart, hope. Continue to hope with the unwavering confidence that help is on the way. Help right now is being heard in the oral arguments. Help is sitting in the walls of this nation's highest court and speaking into existence freedom that no longer shall be denied. So finally, why hope? As an African-American woman, on behalf of the Equal Justice Task Force of the African-American Ministers in Action, hope says that the enemy is a liar. Says that African-Americans, lesbian, gays, bisexual, and transgender people are two separate, even hostile communities. That's not true. Hope lets me say with confidence that that's not true, because no weapon formed against us will prosper. That no wedge can be driven between those who know oppression, those who know discrimination, denial of basic civil rights, and those who know about denial of human rights. Hope connects the civil rights movement to the gay rights movement. It connects yesterday and today, and the hopeful with the hopeless. So, beloved, stay in hope. Stay in hope, I say, for if the justices are really about the business of justice, then they will speak up against hate, division, intolerance, and barriers to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They will strike down the Defense of Marriage Act. Stay in hope. At this pivotal moment in our country, we must stand on the side of compassion and equality. And as I leave you with the words of the late but great Senator Ted Kennedy, who I hope he won't mind me adding a little bit here. He said, for all those whose cares have been our concern to defeat all forms of discrimination. The work goes on. The work continues, trying until gay and lesbian Americans across the country have full legal equity. The cause endures. That cause, equity now, freedom to be, freedom to love, just plain old freedom. The cause endures. The hope still lives. Let me say it again, folks. The hope still lives. The hope still lives, and the dream for every person in this country to marry the person that they love. That dream shall never die. Be encouraged, have faith, expand love, know peace, and may the hope, which is never silent, always be with you.